Going live, and we are live, and we have UK Devil over there. Say hi to the camera for me. Okay, they can barely hear you. So, hang on. No, you will be introduced. Wait. Okay, say hello.
Hello.
Yeah! Anyway, so, he's gonna be a peanut and hide because he doesn't want to be in, in this, but I will, you know what, I'm just gonna piss ass around with this. Wow, that was brilliant. I got no shoulders. I'm just a head. Okay. See, look. See, look at this. Anyway, so yeah, this is live and shit and whatever. Okay, got it. Thank you for showcase features. Anyway, so we are going to be doing a video on a basically relationship. What the fuck are you doing? About like relationship advice and everything. And basically, this is going to be the cold, blunt, hard truth, guys. You know it, girls. You know I'm going to pick on both you fucking genders because you're both as bad as each other. Do not turn around to me, little pants ass girls, and sit there and go, "Oh, he cheated on me." And guys, don't sit there and go, "Oh, she hurt me. She's being a slag." No, all right. Okay. Okay, I'm going to be the boring talkative person. He's going to be the I'm going to pull funny faces person. Anyway, come on. Everybody knows he did a good accent on Minecraft, and you know it. Anyway, so who's that? Okay, right. So basically, with relationship advice and everything, what I'm gonna do is the blunt hard truth. I'm not gonna sit here and go, well, what you need to ask and face much. I'm not gonna sit here and go, oh, what you really need to do is the girls, you need to be pretty, you need to be brave, and if he's not treating you well, you need to leave him. No, leaving someone. I'm not being funny, but guys, you're the same. Oh, she's doing my nutting, and fucking just fuck it, I'll just leave her. Be easier. No, if you give up on a relationship, you're just being a pussy and you can't handle a fight. Are you for real? I mean, if you don't work on it, how the hell are you going to expect to hold down that thing called love that everybody uses and spreads around like bullshit when actually it's a very powerful word? And if you abuse that word, what kind of person are you? You're nothing. You're just some some other being. Okay, but so the word love again. I'm not going to go into detail because no one really knows what love actually means. It's just it's just a feeling, a chemical thing that just happens in your tummy and in your brain and says, ooh. So now with a relationship, right, girls, for one, okay, you all know this, I all know this, you get a gut feeling. If the guy isn't being faithful, you get that gut feeling. 50-50 if it's a true gut feeling or if it's not. 90% of my gut feelings are normally true and it pisses me off. So, if you've got a gut feeling and the man's being a bit weird or a bit different, look for the clues. The obvious ones are facial expressions, body language. Don't look for the clues in his voice, in the way he speaks, in the way he is. You look for clues in the way he behaves more than anything because girls do the same thing. Every human does this. When something is different in a situation that they're trying to hide from one another, they will play your armor. They will give off tiny triggers and signals that your subconscious will pick up. Not you as a person will pick up, but your subconscious will pick this up. And then what happens? You get that little buzz in your body that's called paranoia. Why is paranoia hitting you? And everybody, this is a live broadcast. My mother is pregnant. That is 191 people that have just been told. She's happy. How old are you? How old is she? How old? You 37. You 38, right? How old are you again? 38, and you're pregnant. Lovely. Great. So she's just going to pop out another baby in the world. Anyway, so I'll get to pregnancy later. But where the fuck was I? Well, yeah. Okay, key point, listen. Alright? It's a big factor. Anyway, your penis head. So, like, that was it. Key signals. When every human does this, when you're being unfaithful, when you've done something wrong, you don't realize you do it, but you give off little signals in your body and in your facial expressions. Even when you talk, you give off little triggers, right? Now, these are like symptoms, as you say. Okay, so say if I committed adultery on Ryan, my key triggers, I don't know what they'd be, but I would be very on edge. I'd be looking at my phone before I even let him have the chance that my phone is, gone off. I'd be checking that every 10 seconds. I'll be making sure that, he doesn't go to certain people. He doesn't speak to certain people. He doesn't go on certain things. He doesn't do, I will control him to the point where he will be like, what the fuck are you doing? All right. And then it's because I'm doing all the wrong. It's called the paranoia. When you've done something wrong and you know you have, you'll hit paranoia, and it is the worst phase ever because you don't know what to think. You're so scared that other person is going to find out that you've done something wrong. Now, guy or girl, bitch or hoe or whatever you want to fucking call them, dogs, I don't know. You need to establish that point. If you know you've done something wrong and you know it's going to hurt your significant other, fucking be a man, be a woman, suck it up. Do not sit there and cry about it. Do not sit there and get paranoid about it. You suck it up. You don't sit there and go, oh, okay, well, it's been a bad day, I've done something wrong. Admit that you are wrong. Admit that you have gotten to the point of defeat and you need to basically turn around and say, fuck it, I've done wrong. Because to happily admit or truly admit that you've done something wrong and find a way to apologize for that, it's a big thing. And it can be, a breakthrough in your life. You can't go through life basically and think that you're correct, think that you're innocent, because anyone can be an angel, but it takes a right person to be a fucking saint with a sinner on top. You can't just turn around and go, oh, rainbows come out my ass, fucking the sunshine comes out of my ass. Because no one ever does. You could be a virgin, a Christian, but you've always done something wrong, and you know you have. Christians aren't exactly fucking saints either. They are sinners. I've seen a Christian bloody shag Tom, Dick, and Harry. All right, but that's just how it goes. And we're not getting into religion. I don't want to talk about shit like that. Religion is just too fucked up, and I can't be bothered. So when you're a girl and when you've seen that triggers, respond to it, catch them out on it, be clever about it, and guys, be the same, because I know girls can be just as bad as guys and vice versa, and guys can be just as bad as girls. Guys, when your woman has cheated on you, these are the key things you got to look out for. She'll be more on edge. She'll be more touchy-feely. She'll be more over you. She'll be more, come on, you've been cheated on. They are more touchy-feely. They are more kind of over you. And they are a bit like trying to please you. Now, there's trying to please you, and then there's overly pleasing you. And that's when they're really trying to butter you up because they've done something. Now, it's kind of the whole materialistic thing. When someone's done something wrong, girls and guys, you're both notorious for this. If you both got jobs and you both got money to splash out, you will do all the wrong, and you will give them money, or you'll buy them pretty little things to shut them up. Oh, that's all right. I just go out and buy her a necklace. Say it's for her. Then she won't think anything of it because she's too fucking dumb. Me on the other hand, if a guy is suddenly being all nice, or if he's buying me things that he knows that he can't afford or whatever, or something that I really, 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 really want, and he goes out his way to get me that, I take that as a hint. Then 90% of the time, I'll be there, full unleash hell on the guy because I've just found out all the crap that they've done in the space and in that certain amount of time in which they went out and brought and presented to me my gift. And I've gone, so instead of admitting that you have done wrong, you've just decided to go ahead and go, nah, I'm not going to say I've done wrong. I'm just going to go off and buy something that shuts her up. Don't be like that. right? Both of you, girls, you're the same. I've done it myself. I've been with a guy and he's been all like, oh, nah, nah, nah." I've done wrong to him. I mean, fuck, did I do wrong? But I turned around to him and I was just like, no, fuck it. I'll spoil him. I'll give him presents and shit like this. But they always find out in the end, and you know they do. So why do you fucking do it? Don't hide things from people because humans have this ability to give off certain triggers and everything to each other to hint, process what they've done wrong, process what they haven't done. And when you get to that process, you're fucked. All right, you're just borderline fucked. You just can't entice the situation anymore. I mean, what's the point in hiding something when you know it's just going to be found out later on anyway? Do you know what that is? Karma. If you have a continuous argument after argument after argument after with your partner and you've done something wrong and you're wondering why do we keep arguing? Why do we keep hating each other? Because you've done wrong. You have. That's why bad shit keeps happening to you. It could be tiny little things like you keep dropping the same fucking pen. To big things, to mass scale, where they leave you. But do you know why this shit happens? Because of that really annoying word that everybody hates, but it's true and it's been proven, and you got to believe in it because it's happening every single day. You go through this thing called karma, and it's gonna happen, and you're gonna feel like shit, and it's gonna be powerful. So if say for example, like I was hiding something from someone that I didn't want to, but I had done wrong, and then I decided, actually, you know what, and I keep getting shit thrown at me. Bad things keep happening to me, but I don't realize it. And then that's karma hitting you, and it will hit you big. And when it does, it's not nice. And then you've got to think to yourself, actually, do I really want this crap to happen? Keep having bad shit happen to me, and I know I've done wrong, but come on, I can't deal. And then when you finally admit the truth, and you finally turn around and say, and admit to your partner, yeah, I've done wrong, I'm sorry, then done. Now, to really hold down a relationship that, depending on how long it's been, right, guys, I'm going to give you this advice, and this is probably the most smartest thing anyone would ever say to you. Don't listen to all the shit that's there going, oh yeah, you should go for her because she's hot. Oh yeah, you should go for her because she can give good blowjob. You should go. No, don't think of your dick. Think of your head. All right. You think to yourself, you might not be ready to settle down, but you might be ready to settle down. You don't entirely know until you go ahead and try. Okay. When you meet a girl, look for these key factors. I can tell you if the girl is going to be a cheat. I can tell you if the girl is going to be messing you around, if she's going to be dumb, if she's going to be intelligent, if she's going to be good for you, if she's even going to be worth your time. So, main things, don't go for the typical blonde ones that are all pampered up and stand there in the mirror for about an hour a day and go, oh, I think that today I need to go to the mall, or I need to go shopping. Yes, I need to go to the mall. I need to go to the shop. That just want to buy. If you see a girl that is just spend, run away. She's a gold digger. You know she is. Why do you even go there? Because you know she's going to run your ass dry. And you know it's going to be shit. But if you see a girl that is dressed decently, but not too out her way decently, she's got a bit of makeup on, if she's got not too much, just eye makeup basically, and if she's got like just general trousers on and a general shirt with a general, like, just typical jeans, typical shirt, typical jacket. She's probably got hair in a ponytail, or if she's one of them like me, can't be fucked, just wakes up, hat on. There you go, hat on, day's done. Don't have to worry about anything else. Then you've got to keep her right there. But you've got to also make sure of other factors. Now, people look at me and go, oh, you're emo, you're goth, you're steampunk, you're punk, you're a rocker, you're... No. All right, I'm not that. I'm not any of those things. I'm me. I'm an individual. I'm not seen. I'm not a hipster. I'm not anything what you guys think I am, because there is no chance. Basically. Now, when you guys go and see like an emo type of girl or a scene girl, and you're an emo type of guy and an emo type of or a scene type of guy, are you dumb? Are you really fucked up? Like seriously, how dumb can you be? Right. Do not go for someone who is the exact same as you, likes everything you like, likes every. It doesn't work. Do you know why it doesn't work? Because you're too compatible. Because you'll get along too well. And what happens if you get along too well? Girls have this thing called attachment. You know, if you get along too well, she's going to start getting attached to you and be like, he's perfect. He's amazing. And if you don't want that attachment, don't go with someone who's completely like you. And don't go for someone who's completely not like you. In other words, guys, you have a thing for doing this. Do not go for a fucking dumb girl so you can play her for a fool. Yeah, I know, I've been there. I've gone for a dumb one. I've played her like a fool and she's listened and it's been kind of funny. But don't don't do it. You're smarter than that. And you know you are. Don't go for someone who's dumb and blonde. I'm not saying all blonde girls are dumb, but it's just as the saying goes, dumb blondes. Because really, I mean, seriously, you guys don't really give a good name. I'm blonde. I mean, fuck, I don't even have eyebrow properly. Look, I'm as white as snow. Naturally, sometimes in the summer I am, but I'm more intelligent than that because I actually got off my ass and read books and went on shit and studied. And don't take everything at face value. All right, so when a guy goes for a girl and he's like, oh, she's got a hot ass, she's got big tits, she's got this body, and she's got this and everything, you know, don't go for her because of those qualities. Because for all you know, she could be the most stunning girl in the world, but I tell you now, her personality is probably going to be the size of a pea, and all she's going to think about is money, money, her hair, with more money, then her nails, which comes along with more money because you've got to go to the manicure sets, then her body, if she needs to get tanned, then she's got to do all of this fucking crap that she's got to do just to keep herself perfect. When really, what's she doing? Fake nails, fake hair, fake tan. At what point is this going to be real? It all starts with the fake nails, fake hair, fake tan. Then it's going to go into the breast enlargements because it's what always happens, or 90% of the time happens. You know, girls, you're becoming fake, and you know it. And what are you doing? Honestly, what type of guy are you going to attract? The guy who's looking for the fake one, the guy who's going to fuck you around, and then you're there like, I've seen it so many times. They've sat there like, I really, really want like a guy who's gonna love me for me, and you know, because I'm like, I want a real guy, and you want a real man who's going to love you, but you're a fake woman who doesn't have a fucking brain. All right, let's see the odds here. Doesn't weigh out too well. So, girls, if you fake, go for a fake guy. You're gonna be fucking brilliant together because he's gonna want to get his toes done. You're gonna want to get your nails done. He's gonna want to pamper himself in the mirror for about an hour while you argue with him about the mirror. And yeah, but so compatibility is a key thing. You can't be with someone who is exactly like you. It just doesn't work. I've been with someone who is exactly like me, and I tell you now, it drove me up the fucking wall because I know what I'm like. So if you go with someone who is exactly like you know what they're going to be like. And if you know what you're like, then you know what you're capable of and you know what they're capable of. And then it starts to progress into something worse. Say if UK Devil here was exactly like me, all right? He thought in depth about shit. He sat there and studied. He sat there and thought in depth about everything that goes on around him. His mind can buzz 50 million times a second or whatever on continuous things and all his surroundings. If he was like that, then I will be fucking paranoid like shit. Because I know that if I did something that was not viewed as wrong in my eyes, but because he's exactly like me, I will still view it as wrong as in my eyes. You know, because I would do something that I know is wrong, and because he thinks exactly like me, he knows it's wrong. So then it would be constant clashing. So go with someone who will game with you, who will do your hobbies with you. Don't go with someone who's going to be like a copy of you, a clone. And I need a bit of Powerade. Now, another key thing about Finn is just man up, woman up, whatever. Don't be gay about all this situation. Don't be a fucking dick about anything. Okay, the one that I really love about how people think a relationship works is materialism and shit like that. You know, there's like romantic films that guys sometimes really hate. Take advice from it. I cannot stress you enough how many times girls come up to me going, I'd love a guy to just take me in the rain, just kiss me there and then, and apologize, everything he's done wrong, and you know, make me feel like I am his and the only beautiful girl he's ever seen in his whole entire life. That is how women, you know how many women crave that attention. Girls do not say you don't, because in the back of your fucking head, you know you do. You crave that attention. You crave it. You crave to feel beautiful. You could be sat there like, oh no, I'm laid back. I'm kind of like a gothic type person. I don't need all that girly shit. Fuck off. You've had your girly days. Don't give me that shit. You know you have, and you know that when, no matter what age you are, you always want to feel beautiful. You always want to feel pretty. You always want that one person to make you feel you. Okay? And guys can be the same. Granted, guys aren't standing there going, tell me I'm pretty, tell me I'm beautiful. You know, girls, it can't work, all right? You can't expect a guy to dish out compliments, make you feel like the most beautiful woman in the world, unless you can pay that back. All right, you can't turn around to him and say, you know, oh, you can't turn around and be like, oh, tell me how pretty I am, like every single day, because you should not ask something like that. And girls, if a guy's complimenting you, give him that love back. Give him those compliments back. Tell him he's handsome. Tell him he's great. Tell him he's intelligent. Tell him he's smart. Tell him he's got a big dick. Tell him he's everything. Anything a guy gives a fuck about, you tell him. No. No. I want to make you feel special. Look, you piss like a horse and you hang like a horse. What am I supposed to do? I can't necessarily turn around and go, well, you've got a small penis. Because then I'll now be lying. Anyway. So when a girl gets compliments, girls give it back to them. You don't realize this, but secretly men are self-conscious. Men do have that little bit in their head that's like, I'm a bit embarrassed about this. I'm a bit shy about this. I'm a bit insecure. Men do have it, and you know you do. You do have those little triggers that you don't like about yourself. You have your own imperfections. Girls, you have your own imperfections. Everybody has their own little imperfections that they hate. Take those imperfections and make them better. Make them stand out, because those imperfections are what makes you you. Like with me, I got a scar from here down to there. I got ones over here. I got all of them there and shit. But you could devil, finds them attractive, and I'm just there like, nope. In my head, they're just ugly fucks, but in his head, he's like, nah, all right, I find scars hot. Mm-hmm. But that's what you. What then? Okay, just mine. So, you know, just pay the compliments back. You can't expect without giving. You know, you can take, but you can't give. You need to be able to give what you receive. Okay? And I know you guys are like, wait, what? Receive what we give? No. Now, why are you panicking about that? Because what if the girl gets a dildo and anals me? She can't give me what I do to her. I can't receive that. No, we're not talking about anal, guys. We're talking about compliments. Another thing, guys, when you look out for a girl, if she doesn't even know what a megabyte is, just fucking walk out the room. Like, seriously. I've had guys do this as well. I've had dumb guys, dumb girls, and they're all there like, oh, what's a megabyte? What's a kilobyte? If they can't do basic shit or no common sense, and if they don't know the world and if they believe or are really gullible people, don't go for them, because it's not going to work, because you're just going to take them for a ride. And what's going to happen? You're just going to be lonely, because you're going to continue to do it. You're going to continue to take everybody for a ride. Every relationship you're ever in, you're going to completely go for, use them, abuse them, fail at, and then eventually you're going to be 50, you're going to be old, no one's going to find you attractive, and you're just going to die. lonely with all your pet cats and all your pet dogs. You're going to be crazy cat lady or crazy dog man. Do not take all of that into, sort of a. Don't go for someone who you know you can take for a ride. Go for someone who you know will challenge you, who you know will be a challenge in the relationship itself. If you go for someone who you know you can take for a ride, then it's just going to be one-sided and you're going to do all this shit wrong. And yeah. So, again, key factors that we've learned so far. Don't do shit wrong. Don't do things behind their back. Are you fucking stupid? They will find out, and you know they always do, and you know it always backlashes onto you, and you know you're just going to be left alone, and you're just going to be sat there with your right hand or left hand and your phone. And guys, you're notorious for this. Why masturbate? Right, this is right. Okay, why go out your way to either masturbate off to porn when you've got a woman that you can stick your dick into every day, every second, whenever you want it? Granted, if she's one of these girls that are like, oh, I'm not in the mood, I don't like it, fucking teach her. Train her well. Do not sit there and be like, ooh. All right? If you honestly think that you feel happy and proud of yourself because you're getting your dick wet over a couple of images on the PC screen, then wow, you've really stooped low in your levels. Seriously, I mean, I find it actually fucking pathetic when a guy has to touch himself over something else rather than sticking it inside his woman. That is borderline disgusting, degrading, pathetic. I actually pity them because they actually can't have a mind of their own to think. It actually makes me laugh. I sit here and laugh about it. It's just like, you've touched yourself over something else but me. Oh, you're pathetic. Just because you can't get laid, honestly. And you guys always have an argument. Like, you guys do it when you banter. You'll turn around to your mates and be like, oh, what's the matter? You not getting laid? Ooh. And you know the guy that doesn't get laid, it's a guy rule. And you know it is. If a guy doesn't get laid and he's with all the lads and he doesn't get his dick wet, then you will find him as a pussy, pathetic, weird, and stuff like that. And it is. If a guy doesn't get laid in the group of guys, then it's deemed as a pathetic guy. And to me, that's a pathetic guy. But seriously, if you got to touch yourself with something like that, you are petty. So, girls, you're the same. I know you are. Don't turn around to a guy and say, oh no, I don't do that. I don't fart. I don't masturbate. I don't pee. Then what the fuck do you do? Just throw her all up once a week? Oh wait, that's because you do that because you want to be like a model. Hello, newsflash. If you're born to pick up weight, pick up weight. If you're born to just stay the same weight, whatever, stay the same weight. Don't drive yourself to be something that you know you can't be and you're not. If you've got high cholesterol and millions of health reasons to lose like 20 stone, do it. But if you really don't need to lose that weight, don't lose that weight because there is someone out for you who will accept you for every single quality and imperfection you have. You know, there's chubby chasers, there's stick chasers, there's you know, there's guys that like the beefy girls, there's girls that like the beefy guys, there's vice versa. Everybody has their own tastes. Go for someone you know you'll be compatible with in appearance and personality. If she can't make you a brew, like a cup of tea, properly, send her out the door. And if the guy can't do it properly, do the same thing. Just don't even fucking consider their time. And if they do wrong, if either of you do wrong, catch each other out on it. Yeah. Funny. Now, the best type of woman to go for in this sense is, oh, that was cheesy as fuck. Can you know that? I am not a housewife. You can get fucked. Yeah, don't call girls housewives unless they really want to be. Love you too. Right. So, if you go for a girl and she doesn't exactly know her way around the kitchen, that's good. Because, I mean, granted, I don't really know how. I mean, Devil here taught me how to use a washing machine. Okay? I didn't really know how to use a washing machine. They were all weird and shit. I know how to use a cooker, a stove, an oven, a microwave, and things like that. But a washing machine, dishwasher, just they're too complex. I can't even consider. So he taught me how to use a washing machine. That was awesome. I know how to iron, so I know how to do that. But if you could both cook, and you know you can, guys, if you know you can cook and you know you want to set a meal, get up and cook for the girl once in a while. It's not going to kill you. Same with the girls. Don't always expect you need to cook for the guy, because sometimes I believe you not guys like to cook. In fact, did you know the first chefs in the world were guys? Women were not in the kitchen at all. You know what women were doing? In fact, they were out working on the farms. But you didn't know that one. Women actually had the hard labor for a while the men were the chefs. Woman, work hard. Man, stay, cook. It was only until I think it was when like education started to happen, the woman had to stay at home to look after the kids. And that's when it all started, really, because it was like schooling and the guys needed to earn money to send their children to school, and the guys took over. In fact, hundreds of years ago, it was completely reversed. The woman would go out and work while her kid was on her back, while the guy would stay at home, cook, and make sure his territory was safe. But but this day and age, everybody thinks, oh, well, I need a housewife. I need a woman that can cook for me. I need this. No, you don't. Get off your ass. Go and fucking cook for yourself. All right, don't be a twat. Okay, and don't be lazy about it. Okay, don't feel embarrassed if there's something that you can't do. Ask. I was fucking bricking myself when I had to ask Devil for how to use a washing machine. I'm a woman, I should know these things. But no, just because you're a man doesn't mean you know these things. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you know these things. Don't turn it into a sexist war, okay? Oh, you're a woman, you cook. Oh, you're a man, you work. No. Do you know any relationships that actually the woman works more than the man? Because some men these days, all they care about is drugs and shit like that. The chavs of society, okay? They'll rarely work. And if they do, it's because they're dealing. So you can't really win. But when it comes to guys being decent and being just guys, it's okay. It's cool. Um. So far we've learned, key factors. Don't commit adultery. Don't cheat. Don't look at pornography when you're with someone. Don't even look at another opposite gender in that way, or same gender if you're like that, in that way, because it will backfire on you. Because that word called karma. Think that the world revolves around your significant other. Always think in your head, they are the bane of my life. They are my burden some days, but they are my lucky charm on some days. They are everything that I do or I move or I say or I speak or I look at will have an effect or an impact on me. You need to keep vigilant. You need to keep, things like, you need to keep, like, dealt with. So if you're sat there on your phone, on the computer, and you're there, like, looking at, say, pictures of girls and they're in their bikinis or whatever, and you find them attractive, do you understand how much that destroys a girl? You will have no idea. It destroys them. They don't have a self esteem after that. It makes them feel like fucking shit. I can't stress you enough how many girls come to me and they're like, oh, I don't feel pretty. Just look at me and look at them. And my guy finds these type of girls attractive. It causes depression. I know girls that are on meds for depression, proper ones, not the placebos, because of that, because of their self-esteem, because they have that low of an opinion of themselves. No one has been there to boost it. Instead, they've just been there to fucking destroy it. So don't look at that shit. Don't go out your way to cause harm. If you love someone and if you want to be with someone, you will do anything in your power not to hurt them. Anything. You will avoid worry on their mind. You will avoid any situation. You won't go out your way to create a new email, to create a new this, to create accounts on fucking sites and shit like that. You won't do that Because what happens? Eventually, that little thing called karma kicks in and goes, oh shit, and then destroys whatever you have. And another key rule to always remember that everybody has is if you've been hurt in the past to an extent where it's going to latch on and you know you can't let go, then if and you know you can't let go of what's happened to you, talk about it. Try and ease it. Try and 2 seconds. I need it fully closed. Okay. So when you're in a situation where I lost my trail of thought, then you need to think about what you were talking about and you need to continue. Because just give me a minute here. Bear with me. What was I talking about? Were you listening?
Yes, I was.
Okay. So, yeah, that was it. Karma and things like that, you know. So, that's happening. Um, so when you're in a situation like that, you know, you love them. Karma's a bitch, and you know it is. Do not let karma happen. Do not make them worry. Do not have their self-esteem drop. Do not hide it, because everybody gets found out. And why do you think most relationships fuck up? Because of that little thing called, no, because of that thing called karma and shit like that. So, when it gets to that and everything, you need to make sure everything's okay. But another thing, just be there for them. Make them feel special every day. Go out your way to get in contact. They're your main priority. They are your life. They're everything. You don't sit there. I mean, guys who are gamers, especially, I know you're looking for that hot gamer girl that you would desire for the rest of your life. Okay, and she's technological. She can hack. She can do everything you can do. But if you want someone like that, fucking work for it and look out for someone like that. If not, teach her. What I mean by teacher, I don't mean sit there and be like, oh, I want to teach you this game. No. You give her the tools that she needs to become what you want, and it will happen. But make sure she's got the right personality and the right fucking intelligence in order to do so. I've seen girls that game and sit there and they're like, "Oh, I'm a gamer. I just play Call of Duty." No, that's not a gamer. That's not. If you're just a girl with a headset and a controller and only play Call of Duty, you're a slut with a controller. That is it. I'm sorry. You don't play. You don't. If all your gamer score is on Call of Duty or your trophies are all on Call of Duty, you're not a gamer. You're just someone who just sits there and plays COD. That's all you are. You are nothing to me. But if you can sit there and play any other game and RPGs like Skyrim, get in depth with the storylines, follow things like that, then you are a true gamer. If you are there in retro chimes and things like that, you are a gamer. And if guys, that is the girl you're looking for, then get her. Get her while you can. Treat her like a fucking queen because she is the only thing you are going to get that is going to be anything as good as what you've ever wanted. But if you can't get someone like that, then try and get the equivalent. But it's like, you know, guys who aren't gamers, guys who are just, you know, chill out and just general guys, then go for someone who's a general person. Go for someone who you can be. If you are a laid back personality, go with someone who's a fiery, hyperactive personality, because that will work beyond compare. It will work. But if you are, you know, a hyperactive person, don't go for someone who's hyperactive like you, because I tell you now, you'll be ripping each other's heads off. You'll both be playing the one-up game, which is funny. And if you have a certain type of girl, but you don't get that certain type of girl, but you get something that you fall in love with, if you have like, everybody has their type, all right? Then your fantasy of your dream girl goes out the window. You don't think about girl anymore. You don't look at your dream girl anymore. You don't go to your fantasy shit because it's fantasy. It's not reality. It's never going to happen. Unlike me, I'm kind of one of those type of girls where I'm an all-rounder. I game. I like to go out and have fun outdoors. I like horses, and I love the color yellow, and I like piercings, and I'm going to be getting my sleeves done. So I'm kind of like, you know, one of those type of catches that you need in your life. Like, I'm not trying to brag, I'm not vain, but I know I've got it, and I know I can flaunt it. And when I have an ego, so if I don't get fulfilled that attention or that what I need, I will go out and get that attention and what. So it's called fulfillment. If you cannot fulfill each other, then what's going to happen? You're going to go out and look for that fulfillment. If I can't sexually fulfill a man, then he will go out and look for that. If he can't sexually fulfill me, then I will go out and look for that. If he doesn't get the attention he deserves, he will go out and look for that attention. If I don't get the attention I deserve, I will go and look out for that attention. It all works with each other. So fulfillment is another thing. You need to have trust at face first, and this is one rule everybody needs to follow. If you are happy-go-lucky at the beginning, that's brilliant. But until one of you gives each other reason, okay? Like with me, I will trust you at face value until you give me reason. And then I will be your fucking living nightmare. I will make sure that you will be destroyed. I'm not afraid to, and I will make sure you hurt. I will trust you at face value until you give me reason, and that's it. And once you give me that reason, I either will run from it or I will either progress with it, and I will be like, okay. So in a relationship, if bad things happen, don't fucking call it quits. Work on it. Talk to each other. Argue. Arguing is actually healthy. The only time it's not healthy is when you sat there every 2 seconds, once a week, scream and lash out at each other if you need to. If he's got a bad day at work, I've always told him he can call me up and he can scream down the phone so long he's not picking at me. If he's picking at someone else, like, oh, fucking Jemima was being a dick and he was fucking doing this. Fat Phyllis over there was being an absolute cunt. You know, vent and vent and let the anger out. Play fighting, again, is another good progressive thing in a relationship. Play fight. Do it. It actually helps with your physical desires to beat things up. If me and him have like one of those days where we play fight, we actually get pretty vicious and violent. Yeah, he's pinned me down once, but I didn't know my little trick that I did, and I flipped him over, and he was like, oh shit, son. And it was kind of crazy, but... And girls that are very tomboyish and manly, be a girl. Because if you want a guy to be a man for you, because I know as much as you girls say, oh, I can handle myself, I can win in a fight, I can do this, I'm a tomboy. Yeah, all right. Okay, don't fucking play me for a fool. I know there's that soft side of you that turns around and goes, all I want is a man to protect me. Every woman wants their male to protect them. Everybody does. Like guys, if a girl starts on a guy, their guy is going to look to their missus and go, oi, come over here. Come over here now, this bitch is starting me. I can't punch her, but you can. So, girls, vice versa. Guys, vice versa. If things get a bit too there, or blare, you know, and you're in a situation, let the other half take over that situation. put it this way: if a guy came in this room now and started a fucking fight with me for no reason, and just pinned me up against the wall, and he knew, like UK Devil knew in his own right that he couldn't get up and help, then then he's, because I'm defending myself. But if UK Devil knew that I couldn't help myself in this situation, he will step in and defend me with all he has. And that is when a man feels he's doing a good job. A man will only feel like he's doing a good job if he's done it like a man. If you fucking pamper it up and go, oh, let's build some flat pack furniture together, and you sit there and be dumb about it. Now, men will read instructions. They will not admit to it, but they will read instructions. They will put A to B, they put C to D. Well, what they won't do is turn around to you and say they've read the instructions. Women, for some reason, I don't know what it is, we don't like reading instructions. We just do it. And if it fucks up, it fucks up. But hey, life goes on. And don't be lazy about certain things. If you know you can do it, you do it. Guys, if you know you can be the man that your woman wants, do it. Don't sit there and go, well, I can try. No, if you can do it, if you know you can, you do it. If you don't know, if you think, you honestly sit down and think you cannot be that man for her, don't even consider the time or satisfaction to be around her. But if you can be loyal, trustworthy, faithful, and make sure she feels like she is the most incredible thing, and make sure, give her attention during the day, tell her she's beautiful at random points of the day, give her physical attention, compliments, describe how she's beautiful. Don't sit there and go, oh, you're beautiful, because in my eyes, I don't. You can tell me one thing, but am I going to believe it? No, not until you have provided me substantial evidence and proof. In other words, describe. Girls, you're the same. Tomboy girls, you're the same, so don't fucking give me this shit. Guys, you can be the same. If a girl turns around and says to you, oh, you're handsome, guys will sit there in the back of their head and think, she thinks I'm handsome, but am I really? You do. You have that soft side, and don't be afraid to show that soft side. Don't be afraid to be cute. Don't be afraid to go out your comfort zone. But the pair of you, if there's something you don't want to do it, because you never know until you try. You know that saying when you eat food, how do you know you don't like it? You don't know you don't like it until you've tried it. Then try it, and if you really don't like it, don't do it. But if you try it, and actually, yeah, all right, I can do this, then do it. Make each other happy. Go out your own ways. Shit. It's fucking brain. It's science. It's math. Math is hard. I hate math. But, so, again, this discussion has been dragging on because I can talk for days on end. But, any pieces you want to say? Anything at all? For the guys?
Just make sure you listen.
Yeah, make sure you listen. If you don't listen, they will know. Girls, you're the same. If you don't listen, he will know. Because, like, UK Devil does to me, if I didn't listen to him, he's like, what did I say? I'm like, ah, well, you said was a thing about a thing about a thing about a thing, and yeah. And then he'll just turn around and go, you didn't listen, did you? Yeah. So listen to each other. You got ears, use them. And when it comes to priorities, guys that are gamers, and I know this happens, your console before you met her was put before everyone else. But now she's in your life and you love her, you will fucking put her before everything else. Granted, family comes first, but still, you'll put her before your consoles, your gaming. You'll put her before everything. If you have the time, you do it. You don't fucking abuse it. You have the power to have something amazing. Don't abuse it. And that goes to you girls. Take 5 seconds out of your fucking life and stop doing your hair and pay attention to your man. And don't sit there and think you both don't have problems. The guy will listen to your problems, girls, but you need to sit down and listen to his problems. If he's got issues, go at it. Even if it sends you into an argument, he will lash out and that will show his true colours. You need to stand there and think, okay, he might have some issues. All right, okay, he'll have some issues. Be smart about it. Just don't get everything on your mind. If they say no, don't take it at face value. Go for it until they give it. And then you'll start to it is good to have talks about your issues, about what's not working in the relationship, about what could improve. Talk like adults, don't talk like kids. All right, don't sit and have a merry day and think nothing's wrong. Okay. Anyway, this is Rise Against signing out. I hope some of this helped. If it kind of seemed like it dragged on, I'm sorry, but if it kind of seemed like I don't know what I'm talking about, then I don't know. But yeah, just make sure you keep at it, because if you don't, shit will get real for you, and you will not find someone you love. You'll find someone that you'll use and abuse and continue to abuse and love, and you will die a lonely person. UK Devil, I found him a broken man, and now look at him. He's happy, he's content, he's loyal, he's trusting, and stuff like that. And now he's just like, yeah, he's actually happy with himself now that he isn't going to die a lonely man. I mean, girls are the same. You girls be dicks and bitches and cunts to a guy, you're going to die alone. Suck it up, get your finger out your ass, and deal with your situations. Do not hide them. Anyway, thank you for watching.